Hello and welcome to Talking Golf with Gary. This week, the dynamic Gary will introduce you to all kinds of topics pertinent to this past week of golf. He'll give you some tidbits of information as what's coming up and take you on a tour around the world for all of the golfing highlights. Sit back and enjoy Talking Golf with Gary.
And hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Golf with Gary. Another busy week on the PGA Tour and all the tours and an exciting week. And we're going to check in on some of the action. I hope you enjoyed last week's show. Where am I? Oh, I'm not even there. There I am. I hope you enjoyed last week's show. And that we got to talk about a little bit on the course and interviewed some of the golf buddies of mine and had some fun. It didn't play well, as I said in the video. But what I'm concentrating now on this so far, this season, is ball striking, making solid contact. I don't care about distance. I just want to get solid contact and good location, accuracy. Accuracy, that's the word I'm looking for. That's what my main goal is. And I noticed that in doing this, that's improved. But my short game is horrible. Horrible. Chipping got a little bit better around the greens. I watched a couple of videos, tried some of the techniques. That worked out pretty well. I mean, I still flubbed a couple. But it's the pitch shots, the approach shots, and the putting was just plain horrific. I even went to the putting green in the local course just the other night, and it was horrible then too. I don't seem to have a feel, and I used to always be a decent putter, but putting, I don't know. Got to work hard on that, and I will, and hopefully we'll have more things like that from the course before the season is over, and maybe even film a little bit on a course. I'm still not too good with the filming, so I don't, doing it on the course, but we'll see. We'll try to make that happen. But let's take a look at this week's action in the world of golf, and we'll start on the PGA Tour, where Dylan Fertella won the John Deere Classic on Sunday for his first PGA Tour title, closing with a 7-under-64 for a two-stroke victory over Russell Henley. The South African earned a spot next week in the Open Championship, finishing at 21 under after the bogey-free final round at TPC Deer Run. He opened with rounds of 66, 68, and 65 to begin the day two strokes back. A two-time winner on the European Tour, Fratelli birdied the par 5 17th after blasting out of a greenside bunker to 11 feet and closed with a par on the par 4 18th. Henley shot a tournament best 61. Andrew Landry was 18 under after 69. Rookie Colin Morikawa, the runner-up last week at the 3M Open, and Chris Stroud followed at 17 under. Morikawa hit all 18 greens in regulation, so pretty good outing. And Dylan Fertella had a great day, but these rookies have been playing some awesome golf here lately. Morikawa and Wolf and Hovland just played terrific so far. So a lot of new young faces coming up on the PGA Tour. And the Champions Tour had a major title, and Retief Goosen finally won on the PGA Tour Champions, and 65-year-old Jay Haas bid to win came up two strokes short. Goosen, a World Golf Hall of Fame member with 2 U.S. Open victories on his resume, and by the way, a guest on Talking Golf with Gary. You can listen to that. I think it was episode, 262, I believe. Let's check it out. 263, episode 263, Retief Goosen, World Golf Hall of Famer. He birdied the final 2 holes at Firestone Country Club in Akron, Ohio, the margin of victory over Haas and Tim Petrovic. In his last 4 starts, Goosen was 4th at the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, tied for 11th at the Principal Charity Classic, tied for 2nd in the American Family Insurance Championship, and tied for 14th in the U.S. Senior Open. So it was almost inevitable that he was going to break through and get his first win. So an unlikely winner would have been Haas, given his age and the fact that his last of 18 senior wins came 3 years ago. Yet Haas was 1 of 5, tied for the lead at 4 under par midway through the round, and was the leader in the clubhouse when he completed his round of 3 under par 67 for the day. Scott Perrell, the 54-hole leader, and Kent Jones were the others tied for the lead on a back 9, but Perrell double bogeyed 17, Jones bogeyed 15 and 18, and they ended up tied for 4th. But it was a great day for Retief Goosen, who just played a terrific round of golf and was clutch down the stretch in those last 2 holes. So congratulations to him on his first PGA Tour Champions win. And on the European Tour, Bernd Wiesberger won his first Rolex title as he beat Benjamin Hebert in a twilight playoff at the Aberdeen Standard Investments Scottish Open. The Austrian entered the final day at the Renaissance Club with a 2-shot lead, but found himself trailing after Hebert carded a stunning closing 62 to set the target at 22 under. Wiesberger had edged back ahead with 2 to play, but bogeyed the 17th in a 69 before a par on the 3rd playoff hole handed him a 6th European Tour title. For Frenchman Hebert, there is the consolation of a place in the field at next week's Open Championship alongside England's Andrew Johnston, who also carded a closing 62, and Italian Nino Bertasio. France's Roman Lankesque finished 2 shots off the lead, with Bertasio, Johnson, Andrea Pavin, Andrew Putnam, and Henrik Stenson all at 19 under. So congratulations goes to Bernd Wiesberger on winning his first Rolex Series championship, or title, I should say. He didn't win the whole thing, but he won the title. And on the LPGA Tour, Sei Young Kim won the Marathon Classic on Sunday for her 2nd LPGA Tour victory of the season, making 5 straight birdies in a mid-round burst and shooting a 6 under 66 for a 2-stroke victory over Lexi Thompson. Kim began the run on number 7 and finished at 22 under 262 at Highland Meadows Golf Club. The 26-year-old South Korean player has 9 tour titles, also winning the LPGA Mediheal Championship in May in California. Thompson, a stroke behind Kim entering the day, closed birdie eagle for a 66. 6 shots ahead of Thompson after the birdie run, Kim played the final 7 holes at even par, offsetting a birdie on 15 with a bogey on 1. Offsetting a birdie on 15 with a bogey. She bogeyed 15. Stacey Lewis was 3rd at 16 under after 66. She was a hometown girl born in nearby Toledo, Ohio. U.S. Women's Open winner Daly 6 had a 69 to finish 4th. It's 14 under. Jennifer Kupcho tied for 5th at 11 under after a 71. The former Wake Forest star won the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur in April. Linnea Strom shot a 65, Tiffany Joe shot a 67, Caroline Masson a 68, and Pavarisa Yuktan 69 also were at 11 under. And that's the recap of all the action in the tours, this week's tours. And we're going to take a quick break, be back with some news, and then we'll be back a little later with the calendar. Working on a great guest for next week's show, so be sure to check that out. guess it's been a little sparse lately. Sometimes it just gets tough to get them. But we're gonna. Looks like we're gonna have one lined up for next week. So be tuned. Be sure to tune that one in because it's gonna be a really good guest and I think a really good interview. So look for that. All right, let's take a break and be back right after this.
Baseball and BBQ, your place for interesting baseball talk, opinions, and history.
Baseball and BBQ, your place for barbecue recipes, tips, and interviews from the world of barbecue. If you like baseball and if you like barbecue, then tune in to Baseball and BBQ. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and BaseballTalkRadio.com.
And we're back, and we've got some news in the world of golf this week. John Daly, this story is not going to go away. Remember last week we spoke about John Daly requesting from the R&A that he could use a cart at the British Open, the Open Championship as they call it, and he was turned down by the R&A officials. He said he was going to play. Well, it turns out that he withdrew the next day from the tournament anyway. But that's not the end of the story because he's going to be playing next week after all. Instead of playing at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, the two-time major champion will be teeing it up at the alternate event, the Barbasol Championship at Keene Trace Golf Club in Nicholsville, Kentucky. The 53-year-old accepted a sponsor's exemption into the event. The news comes just a day after he withdrew from the 2019 Open, which is the final major tournament of the season. He withdrew from the event due to a medical condition, according to a statement from R&A officials. So, I don't know. He said he got a spider bite and was having some sepsis problems in a hospital in Britain, and then the next day this came up. But I guess he was feeling better, and he got this invitation. He figures I'll play, and they'll probably let him use a cart there. So he's going to be playing, but in the alternate event instead of the British Open. And Phil Mickelson, if you notice, he's been absent lately. He usually posts some pretty funny stuff on social media, including his Fireside with Phil series. Fireside being PHIRESIDE. But on Sunday, he took a more serious approach. The five-time major champion took to social media to reveal that he's lost 15 pounds in 10 days in order to reset his body ahead of the 2019 Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland this week. Let's get real for a few minutes, Mickelson said to open up the video. I haven't posted because I haven't been feeling good about myself and the way I've been playing, and so I haven't wanted to do anything or be in public. The last 10 days, I've done what I call a hard reset to change and try to make things better. The 2013 Open champion said that he lost the 15 pounds by completing a 6-day fast with water and a special coffee blend for wellness and going on a retreat. I don't know if it's going to help me play better or not, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to try to get my best back, Mickelson said. Don't know. But good luck, Phil. I hope you can pull it out. It's tough to battle old man time, though, Phil. We all know it. And, he just turned 49, which isn't old, but he's in a sport now where guys 20 are winning. And the courses are getting longer. Phil's going to dominate if he goes over to Champions Tour, but I don't know if he's got it, if his mindset's there for the Champions Tour as of yet. I hope he gets there because he will be a major draw on that tour if he decides to go play there. Or go play both tours. There's guys that do that. Play some of the events, play some on the the Champions Tour. We'll see what happens, but good luck, Phil. Hope it works for you. All right, let's take another break, and when we come back, we'll have the calendar, and that's it. So here you go.
Sponsor an ad on the podcast. Support our show and let people know about your business. Email us today.
516-362-0443. That is the Talking Golf hotline. If you've got a question, a comment, or want to leave a voicemail, say hi. That's the number to call, 516-362-0443. Or if you'd like to leave an email, you can email the show at talkinggolf@gmail.com.
Now it's time to do the calendar. Now it's time to do the calendar. Oh, hooray, let's sing the calendar. Now it's time to do the calendar.
Okay, and on the calendar for this week, the PGA Tour and the European Tour, it's the same event. It's the Open Championship, the last major championship of the year. The Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. Francesca Molinari is the defending champion on that one. The PGA is also having an alternate event. It is the Barbasol Championship in Kentucky, and Troy Merritt is the defending champion there. Champions Tour is off. So none of the seniors will be playing. Some of them are probably playing in the British Open. They'll be qualified. They qualified for that, so they'll be playing there. On the LPGA Tour, the ladies will be in action, but they're gonna. I think it starts on Wednesday. They're gonna be having a new event. It's the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. It is a new event. It is a team event. I believe it's a 2-person team, two women team, and different kind of a team format thing. So check that out. It's going to be broadcast on the Golf Channel and should be pretty interesting. The Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. And it seems like the women's tour is trying to get some innovative things in there, and some of the things are pretty cool. So go check it out. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to thank you all for listening. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you listen or watch the podcast. Hit the subscribe button. That helps me grow the show and expand to new listeners. And on YouTube, please also subscribe and hit the bell that you like so you can know when another episode is coming to you. And remember, until next time, as you walk down the fairway of life, you must smell the roses, for you only get to play one round. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next time on another edition of Talking Golf with Gary.